Hey everyone, welcome back to Young, Dumb, and Thriving. Today you are here with Charmaine and our beautiful guest, Symphonie. Symphonie, go ahead and give a background of who you are.
Well, first, thank you so much for having me here, Charmaine. I think it's amazing what you're doing.
Thank you.
It's very inspiring.
Thank you.
My name is Symphonie. I'm from San Diego. I've been a freelance makeup artist for about 10 years now. But my day job is I work at a credit union as a member service representative. And then my other full-time job is I'm a mom as well to my daughter, Skylar.
Oh my God, that's amazing. So do you feel like Black History Month is important? Why or why not?
Absolutely. Black History Month is very important. I think it's important for not only Black people to know where they came from, to understand how to get to where they want to go. But I think it's also important that other cultures learn to respect what Black people have done for this country, for the world, really. It's really surprising. I know I've seen a lot of facts about different Black inventors and all the things that they've done, and it's just very inspiring, and it can not only inspire Black people, but also everyone.
Exactly.
So I think it's very important.
I like how you twist it like that, because it is for the world.
Exactly.
It's not just for us. That's why, honestly, I feel like it shouldn't be just a month.
Right.
One, because there's so many, like you said, great inventors that have done stuff, not just for our culture, okay, but for other cultures, you know?
Exactly. Everyone benefits.
Exactly. So, okay, as a Black woman, right, do you feel like that has an impact on your business?
Definitely. I find that being a Black woman, I mainly will get Black clients, even though I'm able to do other kinds of makeup as well for other cultures or ethnicities. But it definitely impacts my business, and it's great when, for example, I love Facebook, the Black San Diego page.
Shout out to y'all.
Yes. I love that page because they give a lot of small Black businesses the opportunity to really promote their business when they may not get as much promotion simply because it's a Black business, unfortunately. So I think that it's really important to promote, especially small Black businesses.
Yes. So as a child, when you grew up, were you ever like told, like, because you're a Black woman, watch out for this or be careful of this, or was it really just like, no?
You know, I would say growing up, not necessarily. My mom, she had her own business. She ran a beauty salon for many years. So she, of course, that inspired me. But I think more than anything, I think that I was more so influenced by that than anything else. I just saw by her example, she didn't really have to tell me, but I was influenced by her that yes, a strong Black woman with a family can be successful and make sure things are taken care of at home too at the same time. We can do it all. That's why they call it Black Girl Magic, right?
Exactly. So you actually hit a great point. First of all, we can do it all, okay? And so now let's delve into everything you do, okay? So one, the biggest accomplishment of your life obviously is having your daughter.
Absolutely.
So does having your daughter kind of hinder anything in your business or with your work life, or is it like, no, that's what motivates me to do better?
The latter. So it definitely motivates me to do better, to work harder, to be confident. You know, as especially as a Black woman, it's very important that I'm setting that example for my daughter that it's great to be Black. It's great to have natural hair. It's great to not wear makeup sometimes if you don't want to. There's just so many positives about showing off our Black womanness, our Black girl magic. So she definitely inspires me to push hard, to work as hard as I can. And I'm sure you can understand that too.
Exactly. I'm like, honestly, my babies are my passion. Everybody, every time they ask me, like, why are you doing this so hard, or why are you going so hard for this? Because I don't want my kids to have to suffer. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing it for them so that in their future they're set up.
Exactly.
You know? And so let's talk about being a single mother.
Yes.
So does that have an impact on like your capability of doing certain things with your business?
Definitely. But I feel very blessed that I have a huge support system around me. Most of my family's still in San Diego, so that is a huge benefit for me that I'm able to have my family watch her, especially during these times that we're in right now.
They ain't going to daycare.
No.
Ain't no daycare.
No, that's not happening.
Not at all.
So I feel very blessed that my family is able to help me when I do need help. But it's still challenging. I don't want to have to always rely on them all the time.
Exactly.
So there are times when I may have to deny a makeup appointment. Yes. But it's few and far between because my family is amazing.
That's awesome. So when you started with, let me dab into makeup, when did you know, like, okay, actually I want to make this a business?
It slowly happened. So I think my friends, they definitely kind of pushed me a little bit more.
Yeah.
They would let me practice on them. And then I would take pictures and people would compliment the pictures I would post. And I was like, okay, I'm actually kind of good at this. Not just on myself. Because some people, they can do their own makeup, but maybe not other
right
people.
There. If you ask me to do your eyebrows, girl, you're going to be looking like Chewbacca. Okay, I cannot. I can do myself though.
And that's great. So I think once I started doing my friends' makeup, and then I would start to do like my mom's friends,
start reaching out a little bit more.
Just a little bit more. And it truly just grew into a passion. I actually never wore makeup like in high school. I didn't find that passion until right after high school. And I initially wanted to wear makeup because I thought I looked so young. But I ended up loving the creativity of it. YouTube was a huge part of that. Of course, social media has a huge impact. But that's pretty much how it started.
Yeah, like you said, makeup is definitely creative. You have to have that creative mind to do it.
Yes.
And then, like you mentioned earlier, you have to have talent to do somebody else's makeup, not just your own, okay? not just your own, guys. Don't be like me, okay? But how did you first start getting your business together?
So I first actually started to try to get cards.
Okay.
So I know maybe not too many people might have business cards, but I think it's actually really important to still have business cards because you could be on the street and even though we wear a mask, somebody might like how my eyes look.
Exactly.
So sometimes they may not have social media. You never know. So I started out with getting cards, and I actually started out as well thinking of a name. So how do I want to brand myself? What do I want my business to speak about who I am and how I want my client to feel? So my business, I called it Enhanced by Monet. I think it's important, especially for Black women, since that is my main clientele, that they feel that their natural beauty is being enhanced, not covered or their flaws are being hidden. It's really more about enhancing what is already beautiful about them.
I just want to touch on that. That one that's so beautiful, because I did see your name, obviously, because you have that name on Facebook and stuff. And I was like, I wonder why it's called Enhanced. And you just explained it beautifully. Like, no, I want you to know you're already beautiful. I'm just enhancing your beauty. And you started doing makeup, right? And like you said, you started branching out. Did you have like a little fear of like getting your own business?
Definitely. It's very scary. And I was really young at the time. I was like 17, 18, doing people's makeup, and I wasn't as confident, of course, but practice is a huge part of that. I heard preparation plus opportunity equals success. So I tried to prepare myself, made sure that I practiced on my family and my friends as much as I could. And sometimes you have to do makeup, for free, pro bono.
Exactly. To
get
start
that,
off.
Exactly. To get your work out there. And then the opportunities would come. So that I would do different, like, brides, which was some of my first work. I did a lot of bridal makeup, and then I got an opportunity to do an album cover, and then it just kind of grew from there.
So what was the hardest part on your journey as a makeup artist?
I would have to say dealing with the changes in my personal life and how that can affect your professional life. So I think it's really important to, sometimes you want to make sure that you're able to compartmentalize the two, but sometimes it really does interfere with with your professional life as well,
Yeah.
your personal life. So I had moved to Texas for a few years, and I had pretty much just stopped doing it because of my situation at the time. And I wish I hadn't have stopped, you know, but it's great that I'm back now and I'm able to get my clientele back up. So in my mind, it was just a learning lesson, and to try to not let my personal life affect my passions, because you know what you're passionate about. Like people say, if you're passionate about something, it doesn't feel like you're really working.
Exactly.
So I still want to keep that around.
Right. And one, you brought up a great point, because a lot of times people do go through stuff, because when we're all human, okay, we don't have control over our life, because if we did, we'd be living the perfect life. But when things do become hard in your personal life, and you have to be able to like, okay, shoot, I have to step back. Sometimes you do have to step back to recollect yourself. Like you said, now you're back. Now you're better. Now you're like, no, I'm building now, and it makes you stronger. So do you have any advice to somebody out there who is going through something challenging, and they're like, dang, I just got to put my business on pause right now because I have to make sure this is fixed?
I would definitely recommend that. I am a Christian woman, so I believe in the power of prayer. I believe it's important to pray for what you want, and I also believe in the power of vision. So seeing what you want for your life, actually, literally view. Not just having the faith when you can't see it, but actually trying to see it. Saying, Lord, show me what you have for me. Show me how I can get through this. And writing it down as well.
That's a good one.
It's really important to write down what you want. That's something I'm actually working on right now, is truly trying to manifest what I desire and what God desires for my life.
That word, manifest.
Yes.
I love that word. I'm telling y'all, I be in my room, I'm like, okay, I'm about to manifest my destiny, okay? I will speak it out loud, and it's going to happen. And that's literally what she's talking about. You write it down, you see it. Don't just have faith that it's going to happen. Faith in what's unseen is what people always say. No. I have faith in what I see and what I know God placed in my mind. It's just going to come to pass because I believe in it. Even though I'm not there yet.
Exactly.
So let's talk a little bit now, because you're a singer too. You sing a little bit. You sing a little bit. No, you sing amazing.
Thank
you.
you.
How did you get into that?
Just growing up in the church, singing in, the kids' choir, and singing in different choirs. Just being around that, I think that's my main influence. But my family, overall, they're very musical. My mom, she can sing. My dad, he can play the piano. So just growing up in a very musical family.
Yeah. So do you feel you have to have confidence to be a singer?
Yes. That is very important, and that's something I struggled with for a very long time. I mean, not until maybe the past couple of years have I gotten more comfortable singing like in public. But it's really, it depends. So for me, being a Christian woman, if I'm singing for God, I really have to take my pride away. And I had to realize that my lack of confidence was pride. Like, why don't I have confidence in the voice that God gave me? So I had to change my mindset about that and realize, okay, God gave me a gift. If the gift is just sitting there, I would be mad at my daughter. If I bought her something and she never played with it. So let me go ahead and use the gift that God gave me and actually put it to use, and spread it out to the world. And that's actually an amazing scenario that you use. Like, if you bought your daughter a gift and it was just sitting there, like, you'd be upset, like, girl, you better use what I gave you. That's how first of all, that's how I am with my kids in general. I'm like, you better use every single toy in this room. And that's how I feel God is in our lives. And just like you said earlier, Black girl magic, we can do it all. You're a singer, you're a makeup artist, you work a full-time job, and you're a mother. A single mother at that. So you're literally doing it. And that's why I wanted you on the show, because I just want to highlight that. So we're going to talk a little bit more about the music side. So what are your favorite genres to sing? I'm really interested, of course, in gospel. I definitely jazz. And I like a little bit of like alternative kind of sound. But there's no genre of music that I necessarily hate. So I listen to everything, which means I'm influenced by a lot of different styles. And so which one is your favorite? Do you have a favorite? My favorite, I would say Probably gospel. I just love some good church music.
Right, because it makes you feel a different
Yes.
way, right? So can you talk about that feeling? Like, what is it in both?
It's, some singers will say a really good singer will make you want to sing.
Yeah.
So it makes me feel inspired. It makes me feel more creative.
Yeah.
It makes me feel, it makes me feel like there's a light in the room.
Yeah.
You know, like there's just like this inner light. And it sometimes can make me very emotional too, just listening to especially certain worship songs.
Yes.
And things like that.
It puts you in that mood.
Yes.
You know, and that's why first of all, I love Tasha Cobbs. I just want to throw that out there. Tasha Cobbs is my girl, especially This Is the Move. Oh my gosh, I'd be up in my car trying to sing. Lord have mercy.
Yeah.
But anyway, so who is your favorite artist?
Okay, it's hard.
You have a lot?
I do.
Okay.
I would say my top maybe would probably be Brandy.
Okay.
I'm a huge Brandy fan. I love a good alto,
Yeah.
with some good runs.
Yeah,
so she knows how to.
She got it all.
Yeah, she just has it all to me.
Yeah.
I also love Tori Kelly.
Okay.
She does gospel music, but also a little bit of like alternative kind of pop music. She's really great. I love, who else do I really love? Tank.
I like Tank too.
I like Tank, but I love.
She said I love Tank, but I love Tank. Woo,
Yeah.
Tank can sing. Tank can sing.
Yes, and all the good R&B singers that came from the church.
Right.
Yes.
I just want to point this out though. The way Tank sung, I did not know who he was until I heard. I'm not going to say the name of the song because it's actually not a good name. But anyways, it was a song that I had heard, and I was like, "Oh, who's this?" And my sister was like, "Girl, that's Tank. How you not know?" So I looked him up. He looks opposite to me of how he sings.
Yes.
Yeah, I was like, "What? That's him?" She's like, "Yeah." It's just funny because honestly, a good singer can make you think like that's how good he sang. Like I picture somebody totally different in my mind, and then looked him up and was like, "Oh, got it." But you got a great voice. You know what I'm saying? Like you got a really good voice. But no, so singing honestly brings a certain type of passion. Obviously, that you talked about. Like it makes you feel inspired. It makes you do more things. So do you teach your daughter to sing, or are you just like, no, I just sing around her?
Every now and again I'll like see if she'll copy what I'm singing, just to see, kind of throw it in there a little bit, right? Does she have a little? Can she hold a note, or is she going a little flat or sharp?
Right.
I don't know, but she actually can. She can hold a note. But yeah, it's fun to do that sometimes. I really do that.
To try and throw it in there, right? So did you have to go through vocal lessons before like you actually started like creating music?
I didn't. Well, I have gone through different vocal lessons, not for like long periods of time.
Yeah.
But I think it can be helpful. What's great though with the internet, there's so many ways to find out how to sing.
Right.
All you got to do is type in YouTube. How do I do this? How do I do that? So I've definitely use the resources that are available to me in that way.
Yeah, that's awesome. So we're gonna switch to the next segment. All right, guys, so for this game time, it's actually kind of like an activity challenge. It's not really a game. She's going to pick her 2 favorite songs, and she's going to sing the chorus of them, and then she's going to explain why it's important to her. So, what are your top 2 favorite songs?
So, I love this song called Yahweh by Molly Music.
I love it.
That song, I just love it. That song, I actually received the Holy Ghost while I was singing it.
Wow.
And that truly is like the power of music, how much it can make you feel, the space of like worship or praise that it can really put you in.
Yeah.
And so I'll just never forget just feeling God in that moment and never feeling so close to Him while singing that. So yeah, that's one. And then my second one, there's so many songs.
Right.
I'm trying to think. There's a song by Glenn Lewis. It's called Fall Again. And it was in the movie Made in Manhattan. And I'm a huge I love Made in Manhattan. Yes, I love that movie. And I'm a huge like movie soundtrack buff. I feel like certain moments in life will make me think of like a song from a movie specifically. Right. So that song is actually going to be my wedding songs.
Oh, she just gave us the scoop.
Yeah.
She just gave us the scoop. I love this talk show, honey. Your wedding.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you. So that'll be like my song when I'm walking down the aisle. I just love it. And I love that part in the movie when that song plays.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay. So you want to go ahead and sing the first one?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure. Okay. All the glory belongs to you. All the glory belongs to you, oh God. All the glory belongs to you. All the glory belongs to you, oh God. God. All the glory belongs to you. All the glory belongs to you, oh God. All the glory belongs to you. All the glory belongs to you, oh God.
Oh, y'all. Oh, God. Oh, my God, your voice is beautiful. Okay, let me let her finish, y'all. Let me let her finish, y'all. Don't hit me with nothing like that again. Woo!
Thanks. Go ahead. Okay. A little thing about me, I do sing and I listen to lyrics, but sometimes I don't know all the lyrics.
Yeah,
like
it's fine.
I hear stuff, but it may not be what I'm actually hearing. Yeah. So in case I mess up the lyrics, let's see, how does it go? I wanna spend time till it ends. I wanna fall with you again, like we did when we first met. I wanna fall with you again.
This was a beautiful activity. I like this. I like this a lot. And one, oh my God. See, singing. When I hear a great singer, I'm just like, my heart. Like, seriously, my heart. And like you said earlier, like, singing can put you in that, like, emotional type of mood. Girl, you have me emotional. I'm over here like, I wanted to lift my hand, too. Like, seriously. I just love the fact that you're so versatile.
Thank you.
You know, like, as a woman in general, you're versatile. And a lot of times people feel like, well, because I'm good in this one area, but I'm good in other areas. I just want to focus on this, but it's like, for what? You know, you could do all of it. Why not? You know, and I love that about you. So do you ever have times where like you feel like kind of overwhelmed?
Oh, yes. I'm overwhelmed in this moment, actually. There's a lot going on in my life right now, if I'm just being honest.
Yeah.
There's just a lot happening. I'm trying to get married, me still working, you know, having my daughter while dealing with everything that's going on. So it can be very stressful. The ways that I kind of cope and deal with it is definitely trying my best to just give it all to God.
Yeah.
Like, I know you wouldn't put more on me than I can bear, right? So He's giving me the strength to deal with everything, and giving me the support system to help me deal with everything, and really just taking one day at a time. Sometimes you really just have to be like, okay, I was able to get that done. I may not have gotten the other things done, but let me celebrate. Let me be happy. Try to change your mindset. Just think, okay, at least I got that done. Now let me knock the next thing out. Okay, now let me knock the next thing out. Because you may not get it all done when you want to have it done, but eventually you will. You'll be okay.
Right, and that's beautiful because one, you could speak about that in terms of timing in life as well. Like even when you set yourself goals, and sometimes it's like you can't reach it, or you didn't reach it, you know, and it's like, but are you gonna just sit there and just like wallow in it? No, like you said, be thankful for what you did accomplish and what you are doing in the current moment. So, is there any last piece of advice that you would like to give to the audience?
Stay strong in spite of everything that's going on. Like we both were mentioning, manifestation is huge. So just always speak positivity over your life, over the people in your life, and it's not just about speaking positively, it's speaking as if those things already are. So saying that I am a conqueror, I am strong, I am beautiful, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me, I am already a millionaire, I am a successful makeup artist, I am running my own business, I have beautiful, loved children. You just have to really speak positivity over your life, and eventually you'll not only begin to believe it, but you'll begin to see it happen. Right.
And you'll start living that way. So I want to say thank you so much for blessing my show, one with your voice, okay, girl, and your many talents. And first of all, congratulations again.
Thank you.
On the wedding, that's amazing. Just seeing, you're transitioning into something new and beautiful. It's amazing to see, especially from a Black woman. Awesome. And I just want to say thank you to you guys so much for tuning in to another segment of Young, Dumb, and Thriving. Oh, yeah.